Here we have the current stock market update for RIOT Platforms Incorporated, stock ticker RIOT. Before we begin with today's chart analysis, if you find these educational materials to be helpful in your trading, please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons and leave your thoughts in the comment section below so that other traders can find this information more easily on the platform. So what we're looking at here is a more broad view. What we're looking at first here is this daily price chart. So each candle on this time frame represents a full day trading period. I am going to be zooming in a bit further, closer into this price chart in a moment, but I do want to sort of start with taking a broader step back here and looking at what is actually going on because, the crypto stocks have had a big turnaround recently. And this was occurring after some fairly significant price breaks were occurring to the downside. So, specifically with RIOT platforms, one of the questions that I was raising in prior videos was whether or not sort of this recent break here to the downside was actually a false breakout, as we can see here. So, there was a fairly important Fibonacci zone here that was broken. And the reason that this Fibonacci zone specifically is so important is because this is the 78.6% retracement of a broader trending move here. So, the real issue here is whether, if this is a true break to the downside, what this would then target would be a full retracement of the entire price move. So as we can see here, share prices have started to reverse. And so this is why in prior videos, I was raising the question about whether or not this could be considered to be a false breakout to the downside. Because as we can see here, if we sort of zoom in, clearly this candle closes below the 786 retracement, and this is the daily time frame. So this is a fairly significant price close. We do see share prices close here on a daily basis below that 786 retracement and then reverse. So the way that this looks to me at the moment is that this would have to be considered to be a false breakout. And one of the reasons that I say this is because we're also starting to, as we're moving forward here in this upward price movement, we're also breaking through levels of resistance as well. So see like right here, for example. So, I mean, if you see a major break like this to the downside, you wouldn't really expect to see breaks of, share prices bouncing higher and then breaks of resistance as well. So once you start to see those breaks of resistance, that's really kind of your first clue that, this may have been a false breakout to the downside. It does raise questions here because, if this is truly a false breakout, then we have to start to consider this price level, this support zone, as actually holding, even though it technically did not hold. So, most recently here, what we're looking at is a price high coming in at $8.52. So I will mark this in here. And this does breach the prior resistance level, which was coming in at $8.05, as we can see here. So we are starting to break through resistance levels to the top side. And then also we are now trading back within the exponential moving average cluster, which was not the case before. As you can see here, the share price itself has fallen below all four of the major exponential moving averages. And this is the daily time frame. So these are the most closely watched exponential moving averages. So they're essentially the most important, in my opinion. I think, I would say that because they get the most attention. The hourly time frame would be next after that. So, with this price movement higher here, and possibly, we're going to have to start to call this a false breakout to the downside. With these share price movements higher, we have now broken through resistance and now through two of the major EMAs. That would be the 20-day exponential moving average, which is the yellow line, and the 50-day exponential moving average, which is the orange line. So share prices are breaking above here, and that's really, that's kind of for me the first signal that would suggest that this movement here to the downside, it was fairly small, and then we did see this bounce here with complete with breaks of resistance. So this is why you would have to start to view this as a false breakout. So we'll just sort of take a broader view here for a moment, and I will sort of drill in a bit on this price chart. But we do need to sort of take a step back here and figure out what exactly does this mean. So if we're continuing to move to the downside like this, and we're going to say that this was not a price breakout, a support break, this was actually a bounce from this area, we have to start to target areas in the upward direction. And at first, this is what we really have to consider here is the possibility for a sideways consolidation type of price movement here, because we are currently trading within the exponential moving average cluster. But just to close out the video here, I am going to zoom in here and try to get some more specific resistance levels. Before I do that, I do just want to point out the indicator readings here, because we are starting to see some developing uptrend price movement here, as you can see here. But we do have to still consider the fact that the majority of the momentum is still focused in the downside. So, there is this new price movement here, and these are somewhat conflicting signals. I mean, when you're getting conflicting signals like that, you really do have to side with the longer term view, which would still be negative. But, if we do start to see the relative strength index move higher and break through this downtrend, we already have an uptrend that's starting to build. So it's not as if there isn't any bullish momentum here. There is bullish momentum. It's just shorter term in nature. So at the moment, we do have to sort of side with the longer term viewpoint, but we should be watching for a break here in the indicator reading, because this could then suggest that this prior downtrended momentum has run its course and has completed, and that this newer uptrend is starting to begin itself. So just very quickly, I will look at the shorter term timeframes here, and we'll try to get some specific resistance levels that could give us some possible price targets here to the top side. First, I just want to lose this Fibonacci retracement zone, and then we'll sort of move into the shorter term timeframes here, because what I want to look at is this most recent downtrend price move. So with this, we're going to look at some Fibonacci levels in the other direction. And here we can see that, roughly this 200 period exponential moving average, this blue line here on the 4-hour price chart on the 4-hour time frame, is roughly coinciding with the 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level. In addition to that, we can see that this most recent break of resistance, right around 810 or so, is also breaking through this 23.6% Fibonacci retracement level as well. So this is not just an area of historical resistance. We've also got some moving averages right around here. The 100 period EMA is coming into contact with this area, as you can see. That's this purple line here, and we're breaking above there. So at the moment, the next target to the top side is coming in right around $8.95. We do have several breaks here, and for there are just too many breaks here to the top side for me to continue to believe that 786 retracement break to the downside was actually a valid price break. With all of this information here, you have to start to view that as a false breakout. So as things currently stand here, the next level to watch to the top side comes in right around $8.95. And then if we do see a break above there, I think that's when you really start to open up the floodgates a little bit here, because you could start to see price movements above 1050 at that point. So here's the current stock market update for RIOT Platforms Incorporated, stock ticker RIOT. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market. Lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.